All right, here we go. Another story moving on here. And this time, I don't know, man, but we'll see. Here we go. Matt Nagy reiterates Andy Dalton will be the Bears starter. Justin Fields is our number 2. So he went on the Chris Collinsworth podcast a couple days ago. Just got released yesterday, I believe. So we get some quotes out of that podcast here. And let's see, is he truly just saying, right now, this moment alone, Andy Dalton's our starter. We brought him in. We promised him he would be the starter. Justin Fields fell in our lap. And now we're just kind of, getting our ducks in order to make the official announcement come training camp, come, maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks before the NFL season actually starts. But yes, as of right now, Andy Dalton is our one, which, we've been hearing stories about Matt Nagy saying this, and we've been hearing Andy Dalton said they brought him in and promised that he'd be the starter and all this and all that. So yes, right now he's the starter, but is there a chance for him to start come week 1? So let's see what we get in this article right here. During a recent appearance on the Chris Collinsworth podcast, Coach Matt Nagy was asked point blank if there's any possible scenario in which this wouldn't be the case come opening night. His response was just as straightforward. Quote, "No, Andy is our starter. Again, I can't predict anything. You know how it goes. There's so many things that can happen between today and the week 1. But Andy is our starter and Justin's our number 2. And we're going to stick to this plan." So once again, yes, Matt Nagy saying Andy Dalton is the starting quarterback, but he just said it. You can't predict anything. You know how it goes. There's so many things that could happen. Justin Fields could look amazing in that training camp. And then, of course, we're going to make him the number 1 quarterback. So, yes, this is what we've already known. Andy Dalton is the starter on paper. But come week 1, he's not going to be out there, folks. He's proven nothing. He's shown us nothing. And the way that we've kind of been hearing a lot so far about Justin Fields here in Chicago, he's looking real good. He's looking real solid. Everybody's buying into him. Everybody's believing him. Even Matt Nagy had some high praise for him. Can I get the actual quote up here? I know we just talked about it. Let me see if I can bring this tweet up. It was a real good quote. It came last week. We talked about it on the show. Let me see if I can bring it up quickly. If we can't, we'll just forego it. It's not that big of an issue. I just wanted to get the actual wording right on this quote because it was pretty. It was a pretty good quote. It was a pretty solid quote here. From Matt Nagy. Here it is. He has that mentality of rip your heart out. Exactly. Wanting to go out and win that starting job. We'll do whatever it takes to win that starting job. We'll do whatever it takes to improve, to get better. Not only himself, but the entire team. He has that mentality of rip your heart out. Andy Dalton does not have that mentality, folks. You can look at him and see that he does not have that. He has the mentality of seeing your heart on the floor and trying to stuff it right back in you and trying to hope to resuscitate you. And Justin Fields is ripping it right out. The 5 fingers of death, Kill Bill, punch right in the heart, tear your heart right out. And then Andy Dalton takes the heart and tries to stuff it in to be like, no, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, man. Keep breathing. You're good. You got no heart, but we're gonna fix this. You're all right. So drastic differences here between the quarterbacks here of the Chicago Bears. So that's why we really think that, Justin Fields is going to be the week 1 starter. If Andy Dalton was truly going to be the week 1 starter, then this is what Matt Nagy would say. Yeah, no, Andy Dalton's the week 1 starter. Yes, anything can happen, but, we really kind of want to take it slow with Justin Fields, even if he's looking real good out here. We're just going to take our time with him. There is no rush here. There's no rush to start a rookie quarterback. We have Andy Dalton. He's been a proven leader. He's been a proven starter in this league. He is our starting quarterback come week 1, come week 2, come week 3, come week 4. He is our week 1 starter. If that's what Matt Nagy really wanted to say, he would go out and say that. But we get this dance around. Yes, he's our number 1 starter, but anything can happen. You know how it goes. There's a lot of time between now and week 1. But yeah, Andy Dalton's our starter. So once again, this kind of, how do I describe it? Just kind of, the backhanded starter compliment, I should say. Yeah, you're our number 1 starter. That's kind of, the good. And then the backhand comes saying, oh, anything can happen. So it's the backhanded starter, quarterback starter. Yeah, backhanded. Backhanded starting quarterback compliment. That's what we're naming it. And that is copyrighted, so please do not use that without our permission. All right, anything else here? Of course, Nagy's podcast comments on top of Tuesday being the start of mandatory minicamp fanned the flames of speculation about where things stand and prompted one reporter to ask if Dalton was promised QB1 duties when he signed, quote, promises, as we all know, can get pretty crazy. Alrighty, well, did you or did you not? Promises, as you all know, can get pretty crazy. But what we told Andy is that he's our starter, and he knows that. And that's what Justin knows. That's what Nick Foles knows. Stop! Don't even talk. Why are we even bringing in Nick Foles? Get that man out of Chicago, please. He's a distraction there. He brings nothing to the table. He's already had his chance. So the fact that Nick Foles could have like an inkling of hope and be like, oh yeah, he's the one, but I could still fight for that position. No, Nick, you better get that thought out of your head. You're never going to be the starter ever, anywhere. Jeez. That's what Nick Foles knows. The rest of our coaches, we tell these guys knowing that there's got to be a start, so that's where we're at. And now all three of them are going to be the best quarterbacks that they can be. And then that gets into this plan that we keep talking about. And it takes a little bit of time. And once again, he's always referencing this plan. And if you remember, we did talk about this real early on, that there was a plan, that they were going to take it slow, that they weren't really going to force him out there. And this just reiterates this. And he keeps on bringing up, this plan that they keep talking about of, working him in. And if he gets better, we can start throwing some more stuff at him. And if he does get better, we can keep, giving him more responsibility out there. And then, when it comes time, it comes time. And that's in the plan. When it comes time, it comes time. And we can see it's not going to be that hard to beat out Andy Dalton, folks. It's not going to be that hard. All right. Anything else here in this article? We got this last one right here. For now, field supporters will at least have those three contests to look forward to. What contest is he talking about? Let's see. All right. I don't know what contest he's talking about. But either way, back to this. For now, field supporters will at least have those three contests to look forward to. As for everything else outside of that, the club doesn't intend to deviate from its master plan should things go as projected. Quote, we all get excited about Justin Fields. We'd all be lying if we said something different. But that said, we're excited about Andy Dalton too. Well, that doesn't sound too promising. Oh my God, we're so excited about Justin Fields, and we'd be lying if we said we weren't excited. And oh yeah, we do. We love Andy Dalton too. He's our starter, don't you know? Of course we love him. Quote, and we know that if we stick to this plan that we have, that everything's going to be just fine. Let's face it. When you go through OTAs, when you go through training camp, when you go through preseason, the only goal that we have is to put the best quarterback out there. And Andy Dalton is our starter. Justin's our number 2. And Nick's our number 3. How unfortunate. He's been there the longest. Nick Foles has been there the longest and is automatically number 3, getting beat out by a rookie quarterback. And we hear it right here. Justin Fields says, at the end of the day, where does he say it? Let's face it, when you go through OTAs, training camps, and preseason, the only goal that we have is to put the best quarterback out there, and he just said that Nick Foles is their number 3. How funny is that? And we're gonna play that out and make sure that they're all competing, and that's as simple as that. So once again, yes, Andy Dalton's the starter, but when it comes to week 1, they will put the best quarterback out there, and we got training camps opening up next month, folks. No doubt that Justin Fields is going to be able to beat out Andy Dalton. Once again, these are backhanded compliments on the starting quarterback. Yes, Andy Dalton's our starting quarterback, but the backhand comes when anything can happen, and we're gonna put the best guy out there when it comes time. So Matt Nagy can say whatever he wants, but put the money. I think, can you bet this on DraftKings? Let me see real quick. Can you bet that the starting week 1 quarterback is going to be Justin Fields? I believe you can. Let's see. Offseason specials, New England Patriots starting quarterback, 49ers, and the Saints. Damn, they don't got it. damn, they do not have the... You cannot bet the Bears starting quarterback. How unfortunate. You can do the Patriots, Cam Newton minus 305, Mac Jones plus 250. 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo minus 278, Trey Lance plus 220. And then for the Saints, Jameis Winston minus 250, Taysom Hill plus 175. I think I like that. I like the Taysom Hill plus 175 and the Trey Lance plus 220. Throw a couple of bucks on those. I do not think Mac Jones could be there week 1. And, that just, once again, kind of, reaffirms what we just said, because out of those kind of 3 number 2 quarterbacks, of those 3 teams that we just announced, Mac Jones is plus 250. That's the worst. Trey Lance is plus 220, and Taysom Hill is plus 175. So, I do like Trey Lance and Taysom Hill. Some solid odds there to make a couple of bucks on. Unfortunately, we cannot bet our entire house that Justin Fields will be the starter. How unfortunate.